This is the Iowa Weather Report for Wednesday, June 5th, 2013. Now our first look at the 0Z GFS Model run. This is at 1 p.m. this afternoon. We have some energy up to our north over Minnesota into Wisconsin. Another piece moving out of Kansas into Missouri with a fairly quick zonal flow across the country, a bit of a trough over the center part of the country. This will still be bringing us a few showers around. They'll be fairly isolated. The heavier precipitation will be across the central and southern plains and across the Great Lakes, and also in the southeast with that tropical system moving into the eastern Gulf. That system over the eastern Gulf continues to move toward the Florida Peninsula. Meanwhile, around here, we still have maybe a few isolated showers around, the better chances across the Red River Valley of Oklahoma, Texas, through the south and up into the Ohio Valley. Then that system merges with that tropical system that's running up the east coast. It'll be off the North Carolina coast or the Virginia Tidewater by Friday around midday or early afternoon. Skies will be clearing here, temperatures around 70, but it starts to warm up a little bit here on Saturday. But unfortunately, with the warmer weather and southwesterly winds, another front will be coming in. This will be bringing some showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two across the area. This looks to also continue here into Sunday, at least early in the day, with a few showers and storms. There could be an afternoon one in the afternoon on Sunday, but it looks fairly unlikely at this point. Otherwise, temperatures look to be in the mid-70s or so, if this is right. Monday, starting off the new work week, unfortunately, it dries out. A wet weekend turns into a dry work week. Rain will be across New England, the mid-Atlantic, down through the Ohio Valley. A little bit of precipitation out in the central plains, but it'll be fairly isolated. Tuesday, that begins to develop into a warm front, a low-pressure center west of, or in the western part of Nebraska, or in the Nebraska Panhandle, so we'll have to watch and see if some severe weather could be possible with that. As we head into a week from today, you can see a slight ridge beginning to develop, trough off the northwest coast and also over New England. We have pretty much a westerly wind or westerly west flow around here, and that's going to keep the systems moving quite quickly. We could see maybe some MCSs overnight, and one could be over the Ohio Valley and maybe in this part of the state, but we'll have to wait and see if this happens in future runs. As we move further along here into June the 16th, a ridge over the center part of the country, trough over New England, trough over the northwest and the northern Rockies. And with that, that looks to bring some fairly warm weather across the state, maybe some temperatures well into the 80s, maybe 90s, humidity, maybe a shower, but better chances well to our north with a storm system moving through the Dakotas at this time. And as we head to the end of the forecast here on the 20th, pretty wavy flow, pretty zonal across the country, a bit of a ridge over the south, but not very strong, extending from the southeast through South Texas into the southwest. Around here, that could bring us some showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two with the weakness in the flow. We'll have to see if some MCSs are even possible here as well. That could bring us some high winds and maybe some severe weather as well. The satellite image from last evening, we had a complex of showers and thunderstorms across south-central Nebraska through Kansas into the Oklahoma and Texas Panhandle, also across North Texas. Tropical wave or disturbance across the eastern Gulf, and a few clouds elsewhere in the Great Lakes. Keep the watch warning map from last evening. Severe thunderstorm watch over eastern Colorado, Kansas, into Oklahoma and Texas Panhandle. Some flooding over south-central Oklahoma and across North Dakota. And some heat issues over the desert southwest. QPF chart, precipitation over the next 5 days through Sunday evening at 7 o'clock, showing rainfall amounts around here. This looks to be a bit high, upwards of maybe 1 inch to 2 inches possible over the next 5 days. It looks more like 1 inch than 2.